Hey y'all, hey YouTube, what is up? It's Rob. Welcome to 8-Rack live stream. We're going to do some 8-Rack brewing today, but I'm going to switch it up this time just for fun. Instead of warming up with 8-Rack, I'm going to warm up with a different deck and then play the 8-Rack after and brew it. But the deck I want to talk to you about first is pretty cool, and I think I've been playing it quite a bit. Had really good success with it. Yes. Hey, what's up, Harrison? Yes, back again. I had to reinstall NTGO, so there's probably a whole. Yeah, I gotta do all this real quick. Sorry about that. Yeah, just put stops everywhere for now. Sorry about this, guys. A little technical difficulty. Okay, but yeah, here is the deck I want to talk to you about. Oh, weird. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, everything's back to normal. Okay, so this is my tooth and nail deck that I've been running a lot lately, and it's interesting. I call it tooth and moon, really, because of the blood moon. So what I want to talk about is decks in general. Yes, I did enjoy my weekend, Harrison. I had an amazing weekend. It was my anniversary. We did freaking amazing stuff. Went parasailing and awesome tropical ocean adventures, underwater snorkeling stuff. Anyway, it was great. Thanks for asking. But in general, like this one thing I want to talk about will apply to other decks. I think there's, in any given meta, a certain amount of room in said meta for main deck hate in a generic sense. Like, and I think you'll see what I'm talking about when I give my example. So right now I would say that the generic main deck hate that would be okay, that you guys should be looking at, is anti non-basics or general. This can definitely hit like the Trons and, you know, the decks that function on their lands. That is one acceptable main deck. And the other acceptable main deck, I would say, put this as number 2 in effectiveness, and number 1 in effectiveness right now, I would say, would be main deck and graveyard hate. So if you have a deck, you may want to consider tooling it such a way that you can run, you know, either one of those. And main deck and graveyard hate is a heck of a lot easier to find ways in your deck to accomplish that. Like, there's a myriad of number of, and I'm not even going to get into that here. We could have a whole video just on different graveyard type hate strategies. But in any case, the point, I think, is valid for whatever deck you're playing. So that's the case here. We can easily support Blood Moon here. Now, I'm not going to say it's completely pain-free here, because we do like our Nykthos, and Keswick Wolfrun is the other one that can sometimes, this is your finisher or whatever. So you got to be, you know, don't just throw it out there without thinking. But if it's going to be in your benefit to use it, then use it. I mean, you can win in any mode. You can win with this deck. And this deck operates in 3 modes, which I'll talk to you about based on, as we play it. I'll see whatever mode it ends up in, and then I'll talk about that mode. But basically, the idea here is we want to ramp into one of 3 possible winning modes. And these modes are each individually have a different angle of attack, sort of. And they're all valid. They all work. Whew. Let me redo this. This is not the exact hand you want to keep, but I'm going to try. I'm going to go for broke. I kind of want to see a like a Utopia Sprawl or a Wild Growth there, but other than that, it's a pretty good hand. So we'll see which mode we're ramping into. The ultimate goal is to ramp in this when I have Tooth in hand. then you want to try and ramp into this, obviously. So my ramp isn't super great here. So my goal now is to stall, do anything I can to stall until I have 9. So that's my my hit number. Now that's a great hit right there. That's a big hit. And we can get both of these done here. So just throw this on here. Oop, undo. That was a big hit. So now we're looking really good. They're not too much of a threat. I'm not worried right now. And that was a great hit too. The doubling up on Garrick is good here. Presumably a mana leak on this, or maybe a negate. Oh, it hits. Well, that's pretty great. I'll throw out a beast token here. You could go either way. You could untap and say that it protects it from lightning bolt or something like that. That's pretty valid, I think. Probably should have swung there. But I'm going for broke here. If he stays up, I think I can hit 9. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. If I draw a land, I can hit 9. Oh, wait, no. I can hit 9 next turn. So we'll see. I have 2 tooths, so... Did I use Moon in BR Rack? I think... I'll check. I can't remember. Well, I can definitely hit it now. So let's see what's up. Oh, this is a win then. So you get to see, it's kind of fun. You get to see the fun part of it. Aw, he wouldn't let me. So he becomes a 30-30 Emrakul swinging. So, I mean, that's pretty much a good game. So that would be mode A. So that's your primary mode, and that's like that's nice. I got a nice draw on that. I'm not gonna lie. That's one mode the deck can win in. And that's that's what you hope for. To just entwine that tooth, and that's auto win. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in Pact here. Usually like to do this because I just throw them in. There's nothing really too super great to take out. I could maybe dump a Blood Moon, maybe dump one less of those. That's fine. Yeah, you want to... The Pact will protect the tooth. Oh, I should have probably thrown in the... It's pretty good. I should have probably thrown in the... Boesju, who shelters all, I believe is the official name of it. Dog's scared. There's a storm coming. This is a pretty solid hand, to be honest with you. So he's not showing any... He hasn't shown me any counter spells as of yet. So, to be honest with you, for right now, I'm going to just continue to challenge his counter spell ability. If he has it, then he's going to have to use it right now. If he doesn't have it, then this basically win, I think. Yeah, he's got to counter this. Okay. So I wonder what he's on. Maybe he's on something like, man, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not going to go the Garrick Wildspeaker this turn because I want to guarantee I hit a card if he's running more counter spells. It annoys. But I do hit one. I'm just guaranteeing my ramp. Because that's all I'm looking for out of Garrick at this point. He doesn't need to be a... I don't need him for his alternate abilities. All I need him for is ramp, really. So he's just as good as hitting a Voyaging. So that's good. Well, he gets around the... oh, he hit. That's excellent. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One land, I think, is what I need. He's got through the breach. Yeah, that'll do. I should have countered it, but I didn't want him to see it. I would have had it. I would have definitely gone off next turn. Okay, so he's doing through the breach. Okay. This hurts him bad. Through the breach. Through the breach. That's tough. I gotta go off first. That's the race here. This could work. Nah, and he's... I had him over that. He's got some hand problems as well, so it is what it is. That's magic for you. I don't really need that. So, yeah, we'll see. I need some good rips here. I'd like to see a Garrick or something like that, or a Primal Command would be great. I have a one-off in here of Plow Under. I used to run a 3-2 split of that and Primal, but I switched to 4 of Primal. Its loops and interaction with Eternal Witness is really, really strong. You can get like 3 to 4 solid turns where they can't do anything. They can't advance their land count, and they can't draw any new cards. It totally paralyzes them. It's a nice little lock. And meanwhile, you're just kind of stalling. You're advancing your land, and you're paralyzing them. You're drawing cards. You're playing lands. It's by the time you break free of it, you cast Tan or something like that. You don't want to have to go like this. The ramp engine is made to work together. It's not made to work too much individually. I haven't seen any wild growths at all of this game or the series. This is driving me goddamn batshit. It's not good. It's the least. Oh, I gotta have something to interact. What I really need is a Utopia Sprawl so I could maybe play this Pact and live. What's he doing? Oh, he's got Gristle in there? I didn't even see it. Yeah, that is a cool look. I've seen that one before, but yeah, he's cool. He broke out because... Oh, okay, cool. Well, I lived another turn. And sometimes you just rip lands straight in a row. There's not much I can do. Yeah, that'll do. I'll just counter it, because why not? Yeah, you got me on that one. That is a shame. That is a really solid deck, though. I gotta give that one another chance. This deck is really, really strong. Yeah, I could deal with this. I hard cast Emrakul one time, and I had one land in play. I took a one lander, and I hard cast Emrakul off of one land. It happened one time. I never drew one land. If it's under 40 turns, it doesn't count. Hell yeah. Oh, it's this. I should be okay here, because I don't have to worry about racing or nothing. The main one, 15cc. This is the only one I run in here. That was in response to which Emrakul. I still have that replay. I may look through that. Does Martyr run that? Oh, it's in this shit. Yeah, I should have known. That's okay. God, I hate that crap. I mean, obviously I combo out next turn, so we'll see. I don't think you can survive. I don't think even Norin can survive a 30-30 swinging Emrakul. What is this? Yeah, I'm okay with this. Martyr Sands or not. Yeah. Yeah, the new Emrakul is boring compared to classic Emrakul. He finishes the game. He does what you want. If you can get him in play swinging, he ends it. Right, so he's playing Norin. I don't know that I even really care. I have so many different angles to kind of win here. He's trying to stall and put the game out of reach and like kill you with the Norin effects, but I'm gonna finish the game, I think, before that happens. You think the new Emrakul is the second best? What about the Ceaseless Truth, Ulamog? This is good. The Plow Under is going to hit here really hard. This, not so much, I don't think. We'll see. He's not expecting it, so he may get all... I may cut him off as white if he's not expecting it. Ye old Norin. Yeah, I think the Ceaseless Hunger or the ones that exile things when they come into play, those are pretty strong. So it's like Feast or Famine, I guess, for my streams. This is like pretty strong. I have no reason to play the... I'm not going to bother with the Blood Moon. It's useless at this point. This, however, is not. So I plow under next turn and good game, basically. Hopefully. I need a finisher, I should say. I do need a finisher. But that'll be painful. Yeah, he does. And he comes out sooner than you would, maybe expect. Oh, shit. Leave no trace. Leave no trace. Not seen that one in a while. I can still plow under next turn. It's okay. Great. Good. That's exactly what I wanted. Just puts everything way in your favor. Turns off his draw for 2 turns. Sets him back development-wise. It's a great card. Yeah, it is. It's good. It's good. I don't know. There's a lot of good ones other than Big Emrakul. Okay. So I'll start doing an Eternal Witness loop, or at least have the ability to run that, as that's a mode. Yeah, big Emrakul is the best, and I only have room for one Emrakul, so. Okay, this is good, I think. Makes it nice and easy. So you get Keswick, yeah, that's good. Just takes the game over. So you get. I had a couple angles of attack there. I had the Eternal Witness on the Primal Command that keeps him from drawing any new cards. He didn't see any new cards there. He was stuck with what he had, and I would have kept him stuck because between the Plow Under and the Primal Command. I want to get more into Commander, Harrison. I've never really gotten into it, but it seems fun. I wanted to try like a Perforos. I really like the idea of a Perforos deck in Commander. That's where I would get into it, I think. Sounds fun to me. Okay, so at least got to show off this deck. Here's the list. You can also find the list in the Discord channel if you're looking. Look in the off topic. It's in there. That's something I was messing with. I mess with all kinds of weird stuff, man. I don't show all of it because a lot of it's duds. Like, when I go to and is that idea just because you queued against a Nord deck? What idea? Sorry, I forgot. I don't understand. The Scepter Fog deck I'll show you, though. I was recently messing with this. There's something newer than this. Where is it? If this has Jace, no, this has the. I have a different newer list that has new Jace in it. I mean Jace the Mind Sculptor, but this is kind of the idea was to just stall like Turbo Fog style. Oh, this doesn't. This is even before the enchantment. There's that flash enchantment now that draws cards. It uses that, and you try and Turbo Fog basically and get like maybe a Dawn Charm or something on the Scepter. Negate on the Scepter is cute too. Stall out the game. You can. This is a very old primitive version of it where you could lock out the game with. Oh yeah, I was running Silence back then even. The Silence on a Scepter, I guess. But yeah, you could lock out the game with Teferi and stuff on the Scepter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's fun. Yeah. So I tried lots of weird things. Like I was trying some heavy. I was trying to ramp. This one was kind of interesting. I was trying to ramp into red control threats. And these threats would all operate underneath the bridge. So I could run Blood Moon and Ensnaring Bridge main deck, and you could, yeah, I would get out of it. Yeah, this didn't work out too great, but that was something I was experimenting with. Yeah, I experiment with lots of stuff. It doesn't always work out super great. I try and show you the stuff that works a little bit better than the others. My Ban Eldrazi works really well. I think I don't use that Drowner of Hope though. I've come away from Drowner of Hope and I've went to Endbringer. Where's that? Oh, here it is. That's why. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good list. I used Thalia and 4 Thalias main deck and 3 Endbringers. So it's a bit of a departure from the list that you might see out there. I don't buy into the. A lot of people use this Drowner of Hope. I don't buy into him. He doesn't do enough on top of what you can do with other things. Like, he just doesn't end the game if left unchecked. He kind of just is win more a little bit, whereas the Endbringer for the exact same casting cost, if he gets left unchecked for just a turn or two, he can definitely help you take over the game. And he does a lot of what the Drowner of Hope does too, with the target creature can attack or block. So I mean, you don't even need to sack for it. So it's kind of a nice, yeah. Is Eldrazi mid-range still tier 1? I wouldn't say that. I don't know. I think tiers are kind of really irrelevant at this point because the format is so diverse. It's just whatever somebody takes, and now it's like coming down to who's good at piloting their deck and things like that. Right now, is what I see, because you can't really draw any conclusions or patterns. There's a few things that perennially are good. Burn always does stuff. There's some decks will just never go away. 4 mana 5/5. I don't know, but Reality Smasher and Thought Nazi this is the two best reasons to play this deck, I think. These two cards are freaking fantastic. They're extremely undercosted. Yeah, try and win without bridge. Yeah, just to make it interesting. But what could I do? Like, let's say if they land a bridge on me, I'm down to. I mean, it may be, but that's why I have Endbringer. If I had the other one, if I had Drowner of Hope, like I think most people use, you'd be stuck. If bridge hits, I'd be really in big trouble. I'd be in big trouble. But yeah, these are I play lots and lots of decks lately. Yeah, it's just like a lot of these are like old holdovers from things that just never worked out. Trying to run Thing in the Ice as a plan B for the rack. I didn't put much effort into this one. Maybe there's something there, but I doubt it. Problem is that Thing in the Ice is too vulnerable ultimately. Even at 0/4 being bulk proof, he's too vulnerable. He sits there, he gets killed way before he flips. We're not running we're not running instants, so he just doesn't flip fast enough usually consistently. Okay, so that's a good segue into some 8-rack brewing, which is what I kind of wanted to look at right now. I'm just trying some weird combinations here, just to see just to get a feel of interaction between couple different cards. Yeah, let's see what we were running here. Yeah, Bloodghast is another card. I think it can totally be considered in a smallpox build as an alternate win con. Just because he just keeps, he works just fine with smallcast. One of the few creatures that can work with smallpox, that is. Yeah, a worse fog bank. I got you. He does, and he blocks. I mean, he works, kind of helps you stall out against the burn type things till you can hopefully race them out or something like that. But anyway, I want to look at decks right now that have, I think bridge is a good way to go main deck. And I also think that I'm torn between going two ways. I'm torn between going the Bitter Blossom way, this is an extremely painful way to go. Let's see here. Let's see what we can do here. I want to add one more of these. I want to add one more of those. And one more of those. I want to see how this plays out. And I'll make some adjustments. Oh wait, I got one too many cards. How many lands do I got? This is running Dackmore. I'm going to drop that. I'll go down to one of that. This is running Varied Ruin over Mutavault. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try it. Yeah. There's I think he was in this one. Yeah. This run is running, this is kind of like, I wanted to see some of the interactions with, like a straight up Critter package in the 8-rack shell in this. So it's running Death Shadow. So kind of makes up for the life you pay with Bob to try and help fuel Death Shadow. Or, yeah. So that was one of the angles I looked at. I didn't look at it super hard. I want to try this. I'm going to try this and see how this goes. Hopefully I can play without making too many mistakes. I'll keep it because of one card. It's an engine and it's online. That's why I kept this hand. That's my reasoning. He's playing combo. He's playing graveyard. So this is another. So here's an example of graveyard, main deck graveyard hate being pretty great. Also an example of deck that's vulnerable to ensnaring bridge. He's got to swing at you with all these Thopters he makes. It's weird. It's weird that you would run that in his deck. If the cycling kills his own thing, you'd think he'd run something else. It annoys, though. It definitely hits me pretty hard. Should probably not have hit him. Doesn't matter. I'm vulnerable to it myself. I'm surprised he's not using it. Does he not understand how Raven's Crime works? If he lets me get in here, I'm going to get 2 more things off it. He just passed his priority. He can't do this now. This was a dumb move for him. That was a big misplay. All he had to do was tap it. Oh, you know what? I didn't even look at the sideboard, buddy. We can relook. I thought I had Leyline in there. Okay. See, I don't get this. Why do it? Why did you tap yourself out for that? Why didn't you just discard it? Like, is it a moral victory for you or what? I mean, if anything, you weakened your position. Didn't you want to, like, I don't know. I thought he was going to use it, like exile. I've already gotten a lot of mileage out of Raven's Crime. Well, I thought he was going to really punish me, but he ended up not doing that at all. I thought that Relic was going to punish the hell out of me. Oh, he's running he's running my thing. Metallic Rebuke he runs in that? That's kind of weird. I don't use this. He should be using I mean, maybe that's like extra he's running, but he should be using Tormod's Crypt, I think, not Relic in that deck. In this deck, the Whir. I have that deck. I've shown that before. That's a fun deck. That's a really good deck. I just need a finisher though. It's really weak against what I'm doing here. Yeah, he's screwed. If he holds the card, I'll dredge the deck more. I think he's misused that. I lied. It amounts to the same thing though. Almost. That doesn't go in there. That's a poor attempt. I don't think that works with this. No, he can. He's got his He can cast his Whir now. I'm just casting this to put cards in the graveyard, to be honest with you. I maybe should have dredged. I'm wanting him to exile this. I don't want to commit too much. So what? He's got like a KCI out in it? He's got a KCI thing in play here somewhere? I just need a finisher. I'm sitting here waiting on a finisher, really. That is not it. Just getting cards out of my hand and putting stuff in the graveyard. I'm trying to force him to use this eventually. Oh, it's this guy. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Did not want that. I can. There's no reason. It's not a threat, is why. In response to why don't I push the token? That's not doing anything to me. I'll do it soon. Oh, in response? I'm trying to get him to... I don't know. I guess I could have. I'm not really concerned about it at this point. I don't think I'm going to... Doesn't seem like the angle I'm going to beat him at. He's got to beat me. What is his out against my ensnaring bridges in an empty hand? I'm not sure I want to dredge too much, to be honest with you. None of this can beat me. Oh wait, yeah, Taz can. Yeah, Taz can. Yep, Taz can. Yeah, specifically to counter me. Okay. A lot of things that are pretty good here. Leyline turns off his combo. I don't need any fatal pushes. I want to end the game as fast as possible. Wrench Mine needs to come out. I think Death Shadow is pretty useless here. Ratchet Bomb, on the other hand, looks okay. So it's the Tez. If I have Bridge down, my only threat is his Tez. So I'll try and get rid of that, or Lost Legacy that, and I should be okay. What about these? Do I need these? They're good against his tokens. That's a good hand. So it does kind of agree with what I was saying earlier, in that if you can find a way to run Graveyard Hate, it's a good idea right now, I think. Like, I mean, I'm not even really that vulnerable to it, and it's hurting me, so... Yeah. I, it's becoming self-aware, right? I could blow up that. I think I'll throw this out there now. No reason to put out a rack right now. I'm trying to bait him into emptying his own hand. Bitter Blossom forces the issue, I think. I'm going to leave the ratchet there for now. Let's see what happens here. Just got the whole thing. Yeah, I got to do this. Let's see what's going on in here. Okay, makes a bit of sense here if he's trying to hide his hand. I mean, he does it, I don't know, I think you try and come get a few more uses off of that sword or something. Yeah, you got to protect that for sure. Oh, shit. That's not good. I think there's just so many decks out there right now. It's a challenging environment for 8-rack, I think. 8-rack is better when it's a bit more known. That's cool. It's one of the few other decks to use it. So it's Thopter. Thopter uses Whir now? I guess it makes sense. What do you whir in? I guess whatever you need. Either piece. Both cost 2. Not too hard to do. It's interesting. Yeah, this is not good. Yeah, well, I haven't put any. I haven't put any sideboard. I didn't look at the sideboard at all, to be honest with you. Before I ran it, I looked main deck only. It's kind of hidden. Yeah, I don't see myself outracing him. Yeah, let's just make this quick. Yeah, he's got me on that one. So let's take a second here and look at the sideboard here. All right, so Lost Legacy is not a bad choice. I can think of a lot of use for it. That's the kind of thing you want to use it for. Is you want to name Ancient Grudge. You want to name Emrakul. You can name cards that Scape Shift, Primeval or Primeval Titan, whatever could be a bigger threat to you. There's a lot of good cards where like this is your silver bullet and it wins that match, or if you can play it, it just gets it. So there's that. What else? What else? This is good. I think we can get rid of Dark Blast. Dark Blast is fantastic against Affinity heavy meta, but I don't see that right now. I like this ley line. That's good. Ratchet Bomb can probably go to 4. Ratchet Bomb's really good. Let's see, what else can we put for that last spot? Probably some extra... I know it seems weird, but is there anything... I wanted to run that... Divest a little bit. I thought this was kind of a cute card. It's not too cute. Hits a bunch of things. Hits a bunch of really nasty things. It's your creature removal, extra pain-free creature removal. Gets rid of those problematic artifacts, obviously. Anything in Affinity. So it's like hits everything in Affinity. What deck's not using creatures? There are some out there, but you're not siding it in for those. So against decks with creatures, it's a really solid card, I think. The alternate to this would be Despise. Yeah, same idea. Also a good card. Underused, underutilized. Certain planeswalkers like Jace that give 8-rack players problems, side it in. Or, Duress, of course, too. But this is, Duress doesn't hit creatures. Like this, you want it to be like, hey, I can use it against, you can use this against Jace, and you can also use it against Zoo, or, like quick decks, humans, so you want to hit humans. This works fine against humans, pretty good. Whatever, I'll do 2/2. How about that? See what the panel says about sideboard. That's cool. Okay, let's try again with the proper sideboard. Oh, his name is Creshinenbon, although it's spelled incorrectly technically. I do believe that is a reference to the Dark Elf trilogy by R.A. Salvatore. Neat. Holy but goody. Not the greatest hands. I'm putting a lot of faith in one card here. See what he does. If he mulligans, I may. kept it, so I'll keep it. Not the worst hand against them, to be honest with you. Is it spelled correctly? Thank you, Casey. And hey, I thought it was spelled with a K. But cool. Right, that was the artifact that grew the whole tower. It was like, I always felt like it was totally one of his campaigns that he wrote into his story. That first trilogy of his felt like that to me. Lilies are good. Multi-lily works good here, I think. It's definitely a race, so 2 racks in play and him not even threatening me. I've read them at least that much, yeah. Oh, that's cute. No reason not to +1 here. With the bridge in play, I think we're good. I mean, I know we're good. But anyone thinking about -2 here, he can just sack his Nexus. Or Nexus. I'd be much more concerned about walking Ballista. And there it is. So we're racing now. That works. I'm good with that. Please go at Lily. That works. I don't need her anymore, bro. Just FYI. Don't you see we're racing? Hey, Sparta. And thank you. I'll never leave it completely. I still play it and do all kinds of stuff with experimentation on things. You'd be surprised, maybe. This should work pretty good. I mean, I gotta watch out for the cute little tricks like Ink Moth and things like that, but we're okay here. Awesome. Yeah, yeah, it's been a while. I play when I actually, to be honest with you, I had OBS down. OBS was not working for me since I got my new computer, and that definitely demoralized me and basically shut off my desire to make streams. But it's working again now, so hooray! It's pretty much a good game, I think. I got lethal on him already, and that's if he does nothing. So I like Bridge way better against them than Bantus. Bantus feels like a stall. Bridge feels like you can lock them out. They don't run a ton of main deck artifact hate. If you can take game one on them, you should be okay. You see what he's doing? He's killing. This is a moral victory for him, I guess. He's gonna kill my Lily. Aw, that's sweet. Let's just see if he's holding a card. Maybe he's holding a land. No, he's holding a land. Oh well, whatever. I see. Ratchet Bomb seems great. Wrench Mind is dead. Bitter Blossom seems good. Another win condition. Maybe go down one and go up on that. That looks okay. What matchups is it not doing anything? Like that it drives you crazy. Yeah, Phantasmal Image on Meddling Mage is pretty strong. Also, Reflector Mage is nasty too. I mean, not against us, but just as a good play in general, I think. You could do, like, depending on what you're running. Are you running a splash? Yeah, engineered explosives maybe set to 2. Could do some work on them. It's just outside of the box thinking. Storm, burn. Yeah, they're not. It's not dead against Storm. They run Mancers and whatchamacallit, Empty the Warrens as alternates, so it's not totally dead. I'm saying. I mean, it's not great, but it's not totally dead. Burn, it's pretty dead. Unless you can maybe somehow stabilize. Yeah, it's pretty dead against Burn. Combo matches other than Storm? I'm going to keep this. I'm trying to think of those, like what we just watched there. Through the Breach, I guess. Yeah, no, Through the Breach would be good against. So what I kind of like about this too is that black. This is kind of like my version of Black's. It's kind of like Black's version of an area that we're allowed into. My wife's making me laugh. It's cute. A Ravager times a million. That would annoy them. Let them play all of that. What's this? Hardened scales. I'll get rid of that, and I'll play into the ratchet bomb angle, I think. Let him overcommit, and then he's got this now. But I have push too, so we'll see. I think you got to race. I think that's the best way. Yeah, I mean it's totally solid, Casey, to just run him in the side. That's totally fine. Um, yeah, I don't want to dissuade anyone from that. It's just personal preference. I mean, your metas may vary, type of qualification on that. Damn, I didn't notice that. That goes quick. Holy crap, that goes really quick with this and this. I didn't realize how quick that can go. Um, how much that speeds up that clock. I didn't realize that. This guy's huge already. I'm wondering if he's going to try and alpha strike me with Inkmoth Nexus. If he tries to alpha strike me, that's a win. I hope he goes for it. He doesn't even need a huge investment, actually. He doesn't even have to commit everything to it to swing pretty lethally with this. He has to. I think his most efficient way of doing it is doing it with the Ravager itself and swing at me. Black white. Yeah, I think white is my favorite splash color as well. Gives you access to a lot of the side, and I think most people agree white is the best support, like your best support color out there. Is it? I have all those cards. I haven't tried it with this. I haven't tried this yet. That does speed things up. He's either giving up or he's trying really hard to think, because he knows Fatal Push is a card, so he's going to get blown out if he tries to do any kind of thing with Ink Moth Nexus on me. So it's using this and this, and obviously Hangerback. Wow, so it's using Hangerback Walker and Walking Ballista probably. I think I got all those. I don't know about Hangerback. I have those. I know I have some Walking Ballistas. No, I don't have any of those. I have 3 Ballistas. I don't know how much Hangerback Walkers are. I don't know. I don't know that I like Affinity enough to check it out. Is it any better than... Is that what the current iteration is? Is that the best one? Are you there, bro? I'm not up on Affinity. I'm not sure. Is this the... Yeah, this is the best Affinity list out there. This is the most consistent now. But that's pretty sweet. Or this on turn 2. Oh, wait. Well, yeah, either way. Maybe not as quick. Because you're right, you don't have room for probably Galvanic Blast. G-Blast is a pretty strong card. But this, like you said, has got a bit more backbone to it. Not as flimsy. I don't know. I guess he quit. Oh well. That was good. We'll leave it at that. I think I could have. I could have gone either way, I guess. But if he committed into that, I think I win it. But anyway, so that's a little bit of 8-rack stream for you guys on a Tuesday. So thanks for watching, y'all. Let me know what you want to see more of. Yeah. Let's see. More just in the green, maybe green and white direction. Right. You know what? I'm going to run one more quick one. I want to run this one more time. This one's 1-1 right now on this stream. Let's see if I can take 2 out of 3. This is nice because if there's a lot of like great hands, great hand combinations out there to get on this, and you can usually make a lot of different things work. I can make this work, I think. Yeah, I'm trying out different stuff. I'm just trying out different brews just to get a feel for things. I just want to see just want to see how different cards respond to the meta sometimes. Not necessarily recommending y'all do, none of these decks are strictly recommended yet. I mean, it's probably a Jund. Death Shadow Jund. Maybe just straight Death Shadow. Hidden Gems of Power. I've had a few hits here and there. With 8-rack, I was having some luck with the rats and Swarm Yard. I had some luck with that. It's pretty fun. Forest Street Race, yeah, okay, whatever. So one of the modes I like to go in with this is Garrick alting on my Mana Dorks. See if that may be a thing here. It's got 2 Death Shadows, probably. Just the one. It's kind of trolly. My deck is kind of being a little bit trolly right now. Alright, teamer. It's probably the best reason to run red, I think, in Death Shadow. You did have a freaking nuts hand, though. That was nuts. That was nuts. I don't know that I need too much. Beast Within looks pretty good. I'll throw in a couple. Plowlander less effective. I'll throw in 3 beasts. That should work. Yeah, I know what you mean, Sparta. The rats, they just give you an out. It's like one of the very few cards that we have in black at that casting cost range that is an event, an inevitable out. Can't do that. I could do that, I guess. Ugh. Yeah, I gotta shuffle them away. It don't matter. Because I gotta do this. Probably take this, I think. Take the beast. Well, it definitely doesn't have an eye okay then. Don't help him along on his free life loss yet. Love like a Utopia Sprawl or a Wild Growth here. I feel like a depending on what he casts here. Well, let's see. I'll let it ride. I'm telling you. I mean, may look hopeless, but if I could just get a freaking a wild growth here, I could have a chance. Honestly, all I need is wild growth. That isn't out still, even though it's looking very bleak. Oh my god, are you serious with this? Alright, I get it. Alright, that pretty much put it out of range anyway. Okay. Alright, so stay tuned for more 8-rack streams coming up. They will be more frequent than they have been in the past, thanks to OBS working. And please leave comments and subscribe if you want.